Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's move on to the object oriented programming in JavaScript. So as we came so far in the JavaScript tutorial, so if you are new to the channel, find out the link in the description below and access the playlist. So from this video we'll move on to the object oriented programming, which is the very most beautiful part of the programming part. So now let's see what is the constructor and what is the constructor can be created, how can be the constructor created for the functions in JavaScript. So let's play the intro and move on to the coding part.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
So let's start with the video. So if you are new to channel, subscribe to my channel and access the playlist of the JavaScript, so which I have been uploaded along with the handwritten notes. So now we have almost completed all the basic topics of the JavaScript. So now let's move on to the object oriented programming. So let's move on to the object oriented programming. As you know, the programming is based on all the advanced topics are based on the object oriented itself. So it is very nice concepts. I'll be teaching you all the concepts in the object, what is constructor, what is inheritance, abstraction, data encapsulation, and we can see about the ES6 versions of the JavaScript. We'll see what all the prototype classes, all those things in the coming videos. So in these videos, let's talk about the functions constructors in this video. So now coming back to the coding part over here, if I just come back to the coding part, so now I'll just create a new folder. I'll just create it inside this folder. I'll just say it as JS. So I'll name it as a JS17. Okay, so the JS17, coming back to the object oriented. So I'll say here is as an index.html file. So this one index.html file. Then I'll create one more file that is a for the JavaScript. I'll just so here I'll just say it as style or index.js file. So inside index.html file, I'll just copy all the copy from here and I'll just paste it inside here. So here I'll just give the title name as object oriented programming constructor. So we'll talk about the constructor now. Constructor. Okay, so see the spelling. So object oriented programming, we'll talk about the constructor now. So I'll just copy this constructor and I'll just paste it over here now. So here I want to load the index.js. I'll just click on to the go live over here. I'll just stop the server. I'll just click on to the go live. You can see I'm getting as a constructor. I'll just right click and I'll just inspect inside the console. You can see I'm getting a 5 icon. Just ignore that particular error. So now come back to the index.js file over here. So now I'll just tell clog. So I'll just here is object oriented programming. So I'll just tell it as object oriented programming. I'll just save this particular file. If I come back here, you can see I'm getting object oriented programming here. So I'll just open the nodes. So we'll see what is the constructor over here. So you can see in the JavaScript, everything is based on the object and like maximum we'll deal with the object. So what is object? Object is basically it contains a data represent information functionality and it is very powerful. So we can make objects using object literals and we can just make it our entire script very powerful, and we can change the particular object whenever we need. Like basically if we go ahead with the normally like object literals, it will be a single level things, we cannot change it, and we need, if we want to change entire things, we need to change it. So if you want to go with the object, normal objects, when we create an object, the function will not affect the object throughout the script. I have specified in the notes. So you can see in the constructor can be created using a function name, that is a function as well as a function name. And here you can see this is just a normal function name and we can pass the argument and we can just pass these types of like thing. I can just pass that this dot name is equal to argument once I can pass, and I can just create one object over here. So here the car is a object over here. So for the constructor, so is a car. So the car is nothing but the function name over here, which you have been given here. So basically the object is something like something. Why we are going to the concepts of object here is, if I tell you with a simple example, suppose you have to store the 1000 employee data inside the database. So you need to take an input from them. So you cannot put like a console.log. You cannot use normal functions like normal. You cannot store it into a variable, and you cannot pass the particular variable value to the database like employee 1 name and employee 2 name, employee 3 name. You cannot create a variables like that. So what we do here is we create one particular class and we'll call the particular constructor. So in the class, what we do here is we create a employee name, employee salary, employee age, all those things we'll specify. Then if you have 100 employees, if you want to pass the data, you just call the particular class, you just call the constructor, and you create a object for each of the employee, like employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, like that. And your code will be very the code reusability concept will be used, and the particular code can be used reusable, and it will be very easy, and no need of like the lengthy code won't be there, and it will be in the very relevant manner. So because of that, we'll be going to the object oriented programming. So like we can just make our code clean, parameting and all those things, and we can create a number of objects for a particular class, and we have a number of functions like method overloading, all those things. So method overriding, all those things, super methods will call, and we can just call any functions from the particular class. So that makes the particular object oriented programming beautiful. So here, so let's talk with the, first of all, we'll talk with the normally object retrieval over here. So first I'll teach you about the object retrievals which we have seen previously. So suppose let employee we have, so let employee, so this is a class employee is equal to, so inside my employee, what I'll give here is I'll just give the particular name. So I'll just give the my name over here. Okay, so have an employee of name here, and I'll just give the particular age to 22. So then I'll just run the one particular function over here. So I'll just tell the function here in the third argument, I'll just run one particular function. So what did this particular function does here, it will just return the particular name over here. So if I just, it will just return what, so it will I will use the object the backticks over here. I'll tell it will return what, it will just return the particular this dot the name as well as, and the age is it will return the object retrieval. I'll just use this one dollar symbol, I'll just tell age. So I need to give it as a this dot age. Okay, so this particular function does what, fun function will done, so it will just return this particular things over here. So now if I want to create a normally, so normally, you know, so if I just tell CLG, so if I just call the particular employee, so EMP LOY employee, so I am not getting the suggestions, so I'll just save this one. So once I save, so you can see I'm getting the particular things in the form of an object. So just it is a normal object I'm getting. Suppose same thing if I want to run the particular employee dot fun function. So if I want to run the particular so I need to run in this fashion, employee dot fun. If I run this employee dot fun, you can see I'm getting the console.log. So if I want to return what is the thing is there here, I need to open this one braces. So you can see I'll be returning the output as for my console, Anis is age and 22, because it is not returning anything, it is giving me the undefined. So this is normally one thing. You can see you have created a one employee. Suppose if you want to have 100 employees, so if I say to create it, so what you'll do, you will tell let employee 1, let employee 2, let employee 3, like that, and you will keep printing on like that. So rather than going to this particular concept, we can go to the concepts of object oriented, where we can do it in the more relevant manner. So first we'll see about little bit about the constructor now. So we'll see about the constructor. So constructor, CONSTRUCTOR constructor. Okay, so let's see about the constructor. So let's create one function. So here I'll create a function that is by name employee. So here what it will take here is, here it will take the arguments as an employee, it will take employee name, it will take employee salary, I'll be taking it, and employee designation I'll be taking it, and what else I can take, I can just tell employee age I'll be taking it. Okay, so these are all the things I'll be taking inside the employee. So what I'll take here is, so this is about the employee here. So I'll say I want to create the particular, so I want to call the create a constructor. So constructor will get created. Now how the constructor will create it, it will use this keyword. So it will take this dot name. So at the place of the name, I want to pass the employee name which I am getting from the arguments. Same way I want to say this dot e salary, so which is coming from what, e salary. So sorry, e salary I'm getting from the argument. You can say I will be passing from the argument the salary as well. So along with that, I need to say this dot designation is equal to e designation. Okay, so this I want to pass it over here. So along with this, I'll say this dot age. So whatever the age is there, I want to pass which is coming from the e age. So I want to pass like this. So we have created a constructor now. So once the constructor is created, so I want to create one more thing. So I want to create one details function here. I'll just tell this dot So I want to set this dot details. Whenever I run this particular details function, I want to print all the details of the particular data. So here what I'll do here is I'll just run this particular function over here. I'll just tell the one function I want to run it. So this function should return what? It should return everything. It should return what are the names is there. So I'll just apply the backtick. I'll say the name. So the name is, I want to print the particular name is, and I'll just put the dollar symbol over here. So this much I'll just copy the dollar to till here. So I'll say that the name is, I want to print what? I want to print this dot name over here. Then I'll just come back to the new line. So again say I'll say the salary is, so the salary is, I want to say the this dot salary, this dot salary. So I want to print the particular salary. Again I want to come to the new line. So then after that the designation is, so I want to, so the designation is, I'll say dollar dot dot this dot designation. Okay, so along with that I can just print the new age. So I'll just tell age is, so I'll say the age is this dot age. Okay, so you can see we have created a constructor where it takes this many argument and it will just create a constructor, and it will just all this constructor will get created when whichever the data I want, I can just access it from here. Okay, so it will return what? All the details whenever I run this particular this dot details function. So once it is done, now the time to create the employee. So I'll just tell let, so I want to create a one employee. So it is what? It is a new, and it should run what? It should go to this employee function. I'll say this should run this employee function. When this function runs, the constructor will get created, and I can just access the value. So what all the values it will take? First it will take the name. I'll just give my name over here. So I'll just give ARK. And the second thing is what? It will taking the salary. I'll say my salary is around 10,000. And the third argument is what? Designation. I'll just give it as a developer. Then last one is what? The age. So I'll just give the age as 21. So I'll just save this much. So you can see the object E1 is get created. Once I see, you can see all the thing is getting fine here. So you can see object E1 is get created over here. So again I want to create one more object. So now same thing. See, if you want to create one more employee, if you want to add the data of the one more employee, you need not to create one more time the function, and you not to write the pass the argument. With the same function constructor, I can just pass the arguments and I can print the data. So that is what is the object oriented is most powerful. If I give the one more employee to as one Sakina over here, so if I just give 50,000 is her salary, and if I see the designation is writer, so age is 21. If I just give it, so you can see I'll just pass the arguments over here. So then I'll just give the C log. So first I want to print the employee one thing, then same thing I want to print it for employee E2, so the object 2. So here E1 is an object and here E2 is also an object. Okay, so I'll just save it here. You can see the data I am getting it here. So the employee name, all the data I'm getting, ARK, salary, designation, all those things. Even the employee 2 is also got created. So you can see I can just create n number of thousands of employee by using a simple concept of this constructor. If I just sell that here, if I want to print one more, so I want to print the E2 dot details. If I want to print the particular E2 dot details, so if I want to get E2 dot details, you can see all the data I'm getting it. So I want to run the particular function. Because it is a function, I need to call the function. Once I run, you can see the name is Sakina, salary is 50,000, designation is writer, and age is 21. You can say I can call any of the method from this particular constructor. So this is how the constructor is created. So you can see the difference between the object literals and the constructor. So easily I can just create one constructor, and I can just call the constructor whenever the object is created. So whenever the object is created, it will call the constructor. Okay, so this is one main thing. And even I can attribute, I can access anything. Or E2 dot, if I just get what is the name of it, I can just access the E2 dot name also. If I save here, you can see I'm getting the name is Sakina over here. So like that I can just access the particular object constructors and all the number of things. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video we'll be seeing for like what is the prototypes in the constructors and inheritance concepts. So and I'll see you in my next video. If you are new to this channel, subscribe, like and share. Okay, bye.